February 12th, 2025. If we please could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a moment of silence, please, and maybe keep the Washington, D.C. families in the plane crash in mind. Thank you. Roll call. Katie?
Gerald Swets is absent. Christian Jorgensen.
Present.
Mike Bovat.
Here.
Wayne Pondinas is absent. Ann Oster.
Present.
Bill Manasopoulos.
Here.
Joe Svetnov.
Here.
And Beth Hernandez by way of Katie Goley here.
At this time, the town council would like to give recognition to our school resource officers. In the town of St. John, we have two school districts, Lake Central and Hanover, that many of our citizens belong to. And I would just like to read this. Dear members of the community, today we want to recognize and honor an essential pillar of our community, our school resource officers, SROs. National School Resource Officer Day is Friday, February 15th. This occasion provides us with the opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude for the dedication, commitment, and invaluable service these officers provide to our schools and the broader community. School resource officers play a crucial role in creating a safe and supportive environment for our students, staff, and families. They are not just law enforcement agents. They are mentors, educators, and advocates for our youth. Their presence in our schools fosters positive relationships and promotes a culture of trust, ensuring that our children feel secure and supported while they learn and grow. The challenges facing our schools today are multifaceted, and the role of the SRO continues to evolve. From addressing issues related to safety and security to engaging in proactive education on topics such as conflict resolution and drug prevention. Our officers are on the front lines, making a significant impact in the lives of our students. On behalf of the town council and our clerk treasurer and the entire community, I want to extend our sincere appreciation for the hard work and commitment for our school resource officers that they demonstrate every day. Your dedication does not go unnoticed. We are grateful for the positive influence you have on our children and the lasting bonds you build with families and educators. As we celebrate National School Resource Officer Day, let us reaffirm our support for these remarkable individuals. Together we stand with them, committed to fostering a safe and nurturing environment for all our students. Thank you for your unwavering service to our community. Stay safe and take care. I'd just like to read the names of the officers from Lake Central. Corporal Mike Moffitt, which we have in attendance from Lake Central High School SRO. Officer Nick Snamate, Clark Middle School and Coling Elementary. Corporal Sam Jacobs for Crown Point Christian School. And for Hanover, we have the director, Michael Donald, and we have for the high school, Dustin Corbin, Cedar Lake Police Department. For the middle school, David Moak, Cedar Lake Police Department. For Lincoln, Michael Caldero from Lake County Police Department. For Red Cedars, Brian Dorian. For Jane Ball, Dan Dempsey. And on behalf, again, of the town council and the clerk treasurer, we thank you. We're fortunate to have our police chief, the St. John Police Chief, Mr. Steve Flores. Chief Flores, do you have any comments?
Sure. I just can't say it
better than what you did as far as the job that these officers do day in and day out in our schools. Since we started this several years ago, we had an officer in Lake Central, and it's made a huge difference and an impact on not only the schools but the community itself. Corporal Moffat's been in high school now for several years, and the relationships that he's built, not only with the students but the staff, it's in our relationships that we've had with the schools, it's better than ever, and that's more important nowadays with everything going on, to have these officers in there protecting our kids. But again, most importantly, getting to know the kids and doing what they do on a daily basis, so they see that, police officers are humans too, and, make them feel comfortable around officers. So I can't thank them enough for the job that they do. They stay busy, there's no doubt about it. In the Tri-Town area, we have our 3 officers. There's an officer from Dyer and an officer from Cherryville. And, them as a team, they do a great job. We meet once a month with them, and they do phenomenal work. So, again, thank you for what you do and what the SROs do on a daily basis, protecting our kids and keeping our schools safe.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Chief Flores.
Sure.
Our SROs are the gatekeepers, and we appreciate them. Excuse me, I'm going to grab the public comment sheet. The town manager keeps forgetting to remind me to grab that, and there is no one for public comment. So we'll move on to the agenda. Item number 6, approval of minutes. A, January 22nd, 2025, Town Council meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Item 7, agenda items, financial matters of the corporation. Number 1, request to purchase. There are a total of 10 requests to purchase, and the combined total of $476,431.59 for approval. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Number 2, accounts payable voucher dated February 12th, 2025, representing payment for payroll, supplies, services, and equipment rendered to the town of St. John. The combined total of $1,665,787.88. Do I have a motion to pay the voucher?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Number 8, ordinances and resolution. A, consider ordinance 1854, an ordinance amending ordinance number 1483 as amended, the same being an ordinance classifying, regulating, and restricting the location, height, area, bulk, and use of buildings and structures, and the use of land in the town of St. John for the said purpose, dividing the town into districts on first reading. Do I have a motion?
Mr. President, I have a motion to make and a little bit of explanation. If you'd all bear with me for just a moment. I'm going to make a motion to deny and not consider ordinance 1854 in its entirety. And let me explain why and also indicate what some possible alternatives at the end there. This is for the Grove development and a rezone, which we considered for some time. On review of the ordinance 1854, it is my opinion that the uses proposed will be detrimental to the property values surrounding the areas. It will impair the use or enjoyment of the surrounding properties and won't have a beneficial effect. Any amendment to the requirements of this zoning district is not warranted by the design that I've read, and amenities incorporated in the development plan, which shall be substantial as compared to requirements for a development that is not within a PUD zoning district. I'll read my notes, I forgot my glasses. Each phase of the proposed development, as it is proposed to be completed, does not contain the required parking spaces, landscaping, utility areas necessary for creating and sustaining a desirable and stable environment as applicable, that the proposal, as I have it and that I've read it for 1854, will not preserve natural features such as streams, wetlands, woodlands, topographic features, geographical features, and scenic vistas. The amount, location, and species of the perimeter landscaping will not be sufficient to buffer adjoining properties for the uses within the PUD, as I see, if applicable. The proposed PUD will impose an undue burden on public services such as police and fire protection, schools, parks, and libraries, as I see it. And the PUD will not be of a visual pleasing design with varied building types and quality building materials. That being the most important of my notes at this time. Those are the reasons for my denial, my motion to deny and not consider ordinance 1854 in its entirety. If I get a second on that motion, I can explain some possible improvements that could be made with the developer of the Grove at the time.
I'll second.
Okay, so for clarification, Attorney Joe, so on the ordinance 1854, so we just stated as such, and if we just deny it, then it's
It's denied.
okay. So I have a motion for denial of ordinance 1854. I have a second. All those in favor
To deny?
to deny ordinance 1854?
Aye.
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 Okay. Some possible, based upon my view and review of the plan development and what we have here, I would like to see something more considered along the lines of no duplexes, all lots residential at 80 times 140, and the completion of Klein Avenue for the subdivision itself where it connects. Those are the three majors that I think would help to consider this project and move it along. I make no promises, of course, it's up to everyone on the council, but that would be my suggestion. If anybody has anything else or any other comments on it, please do so, but those are just mine after reviewing the entire development.
Appreciate your clarification, Vice President Jorgensen, and I don't have any thoughts, but I am pondering everything you said. Any comments or anything?
No, I agree.
Thank you. Moving on to B, consider ordinance 1856, an ordinance concerning the conversation of vacation days acquired by the town manager and all matters related thereto. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Item C, consider resolution 2025-02-12, a resolution authorizing 2024 encumbered appropriations to be carried into the budget year 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Moving to item 9, Town Council action, board and commissions. And everyone, this is for the year 2025. For the Contractors Board, John Gill. For the EDC, Ed Stojorovich. For the South Shore Convention and Visitors Authority, Pete Cloderis. And for the Park Board School Liaison, Eric Veliska. Do I have a motion to accept these appointments?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Number 2, consider approval for Stefan Sutphen purchase agreement for fire apparatus in the amount not to exceed $2,142,000. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries 3-0. And item 3, I'm going to read this, and then Billy, if you have a comment or anything. Consider approval of combined financing for Sutphen SPH 100 stock truck and Sutphen engine for $2,946,952 over 10 years with an interest rate of 4.96% from cumulative fire fund and allow town manager to execute paperwork. Any comments on that, Billy?
This is just combining both of the purchases, the ladder truck that we just recently ordered and the fire engine that was ordered sometime last year, right?
It was like 2 years.
2 years ago.
It takes about 3 years to build.
Yeah, so we will be getting the engine in July, correct, Shane?
Probably around September by the time they get done with everything. We
Okay.
should get the fire engine in September, and then the ladder truck will probably be November, December.
So the previous fire truck, when was that ordered? Do we know
I
approximately?
don't know the exact date, but it was approximately about two years ago. So
About 2
about
years
three
ago.
3 years out.
And we figured out how to,
It was-
combine both of those and pay for both of them.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. So consider approval?
Good rate.
What?
Good rate.
It is. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have-
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Reports and correspondences, anything from the town council? Anyone have any comments?
Oh, real fast, along with Friday being National Resource Day, Monday is National Act of Kindness Day, so maybe we could all do a little act of kindness for somebody on Monday, February 17th.
All right, thank you for that. If nothing else, then B, town manager,
No reports at this time.
nothing. And C, Katie, clerk, treasurer, any
No report.
report?
Mr. President, if I will, if
Yes.
I may, real quick, SRO Nick Stamate from Clark walked in after you gave her presentation. I just wanted to acknowledge him for being here and thanking him as well for the job that he does. And so I just wanted to let you know that he was here.
Well, thank you for that, Chief Flores. And again, we greatly appreciate the school resource officers, and I do work for the school system, and you guys are on the front lines and truly the gatekeepers. And it really adds a dimension of security, I know, for the families and for the kids, and from the town council, the clerk treasurer, and from the community. We truly thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Item 11.
Mr. President,
Mo-
can I say one thing?
Yes.
So, real quick, you guys just approved a new fire engine and a new ladder truck. I would like to thank everybody from the town manager, Billy, our clerk treasurer, Beth, working on the financials, and thank you guys. Our ladder truck is 20 years old. Since I became chief, it's been out of service more than it was in service. We're constantly having problems with it. The manufacturer went out of business 10 years ago, so it's getting very hard to get parts for. So there's times where it's been gone for three months at a time in the shop. So, and then the fire engine that we're replacing is going to replace one of our 1994s. So that engine is 31 years old. So I just like to thank everybody for their support and thank you for approving the purchases. I know it's a huge amount, but it's going to help us continue the great service that we give the residents of this town.
Thank you
you,
for
guys.
that. Thank you for that, Fire Chief Shane. And you know what, again, we thank you for, staying abreast and keeping everything in order and making sure that we're functional in a capacity that we can do what's needed when that opportunity and when that moment arises. That's good to know. Thank you for that. Item 11, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second? You have a second?
Second, I'm sorry,
No, you're good.
I forgot. There's
I have
only
a
three of us.
motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.